The Tekken 8 community's in a weird spot right now. Everyone seems to hate the game, but everyone who talks a lot of shit about the game really seems to think that they're a god of the game. You see lots of things thrown around like the game is too easy, old game good, new game bad, Heat is stupid, Rage is stupid, even though Rage isn't original to this game, but it's really just interesting seeing how all the legacy players get to whine about the game and no one really seems like they want to adapt. The past week or so, a lot of Tekken creators have been making videos explaining how people are adapting to the new playstyle. So for example, Knee is finally showing some results. He's still playing with his iconic defense, but he's really showing an explosive offense when he needs to. FDX makes a whole video about how we gotta stop complaining that the old game is old and the new game is out right now and either adapt or stop. And I've also seen some other videos that aren't necessarily about Tekken, but Ruffelmonger made a video about Street Fighter called What is Real Street Fighter? And in that game, he talks about like, what is real Street Fighter? And a lot of people would say, oh, crouching medium kick into fireball. And in that video, he outlines that even in Street Fighter 2, like the first like real Street Fighter game, there's so much garbage in that game that's not real Street Fighter, like basically unreactable cross-ups that if you get knocked down once, you could just lose the entire round if you guess wrong enough times in a row. And then he talks about the same things with how Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6 got a lot of hate because of their new system mechanics. Very similarly to how Tekken 8's getting a lot of hate because of Heat, and I didn't play Tekken 7 at the start of it, so I'm sure people complained about it being bad because Rage is in the game, but then people are kind of taking these opinions and acting like these are excuses as to why they're not being good at the game or why the game is bad. And I saw this interesting video the other day. Tone, he made two videos. One is how to actually improve in Tekken and another one is how to play neutral. And he kind of talks about like this triangle of neutral that consists of mix-ups, with punishment, and keep out. And one of these things will always beat the other. And something that like a lot of people complain about in the game is that there is no neutral, which I don't really think makes any sense at all. Like in this game, I've heard people talk about like neutral skips and stuff, and like what neutral skips are in this game. The only thing I can like really think of is some people's Heat Smash, like maybe Dragunov, maybe Deviljin, but like Deviljin's weak. Dragunov is obviously not, but and then also like I don't know, is moving forward and pressing a button like skipping neutral? Like this game isn't Mortal Kombat, this game isn't Guilty Gear, there's no teleports or teleports directly to people. I guess technically like Raven has a backswing blow teleport thing and Yoshi, but there's no like Dolphin, there's no like instant transmission in this game. Like it's, what do you mean there's neutral skips? I don't think it really makes much sense when people say that. But like Tone talks about in his video that the neutral is actually pretty complex in this game, and it's less about how it was in Tekken 7 where two people would just look at each other for 45 seconds. I dare you to go watch the FDX video and then tell me that that is like exciting to watch. It's a lot more about who's in the driver's seat and who lets the other person take the driver's seat. So like if you're playing against say a Dragunov and you're not instantly aggressive towards him off round start, he's gonna QCF for you, and then he's gonna run his mids, and you're gonna have to guess. Maybe Dragunov isn't the greatest example, but I'll just keep going with it. It's like, whose fault is it for letting him get in? Is it you for not trying to make the read off the start and then start running your offense? Or is it because Dragunov is a stupid character? Because I mean, I think Dragunov's a stupid character as a Dragunov player, but I also think that like online, there are definitely games where if someone's aggressive enough towards me, I feel like I can't do anything. So it doesn't like that, and that's on me if I let myself get into that position. So I think it's really interesting that people would rather whine about how bad the game is rather than learn how the mechanics work and how the game wants you to play. I'm so tired of people saying the game is easy, because like I'm sure everybody who says the game is easy in my comment section has got a destruction, right? Like I'm sure there are no red ranks or purple ranks or blue ranks that think the game is easy, right? Because I'm at Rajan right now. I don't think the game's easy at all. I think every game for me, even as a Dragunov player, sure, maybe I'm not working as hard as some other people, but I'm at Fujin with Brian, I'm I'm at Fujin with Lydia. And like, I think generally I have to work for my wins. Sure, like maybe it's not as earned on some characters than others, but like the game isn't easy. I wouldn't say there are any like free wins that I'm getting. And I think the game is challenging, but it's fun for that. And it really seems that part of Tekken 8's identity is that, like in the FDX video that I keep referencing, the game was so slow before. And like in Tekken 7, if the clock runs down to like 15 seconds before anyone does anything, would the game be a faster game if the rounds were 15 seconds long? Like if that's when all the action happens anyways, then why not just do that? And then there's also people that complain about death combos and stuff, or oh, if I mess up once, 60% of my health is gone. It was the same shit in Tekken 7. Are you kidding me? There are literal death combos with Akuma and Geese Howard. Like, are we kidding? And that game had a ton of casino gameplay too. People talk about casino gameplay as if like Kazuya hasn't been in the game since the very beginning, where Wavu, Electric, or Hell Sweep. And it's like, if you're letting that happen to you, that means the guy's like all the way in your head. Like if you're just letting him wave dash in your face. And I mean, I think that's just like kind of the same concept for a lot of the characters in Tekken 8 now, because everyone has a good 50-50 for the most part, if they get in. So if you're letting them get in and you're not playing good neutral, then you let that happen. But I'm sure that that never happens to anybody in my comment section, and I'm sure that everyone's a god at the game, right? So just an interesting video. I'm kind of happy with how in the past week or so Tekken YouTube has gotten better, and people are starting to accept that this game is what it is, and people are stopping, generally, like at least the content creators are stopping like whining about the game. Sure, you can whine about the monetization practices and everything, and I would say that's fair, and I agree. I still have not bought the new stage because I don't support what they stand for on that. But I think just like hating on the game because new game bad, old game good is like really dumb. Because like there's the iconic JDCR quote where he says something along the lines of like, this game really allows new players to beat legacy players or something. And then now if you look at Tekken Tag 2, I'm pretty sure like every content creator, like Main Man and like a couple other people, regard that game as probably like the hardest Tekken and the least friendly to newcomers. So like people say this crap about every single game, and we're also just in year 1 of Tekken 8. So Tekken 7 came out in the arcades in like 2015 and was played until 2023. So like we got time. This game's gonna change, as so many other fighting games do. So yeah, if you enjoyed my rant, definitely subscribe, drop a like, drop a dislike, put another hateful comment. I appreciate them. And if you ever want to hear me talk more, I have this podcast called the QOR Cast, sponsored by QOR Gaming. They're a really awesome org. We play Valorant. We got Rewind, who's an former Evo champion on our team. We got a ton of other people that are here to make content for you. So if you like me or you like any of them, check them out. All the links will be in the description, and all the links of the videos that I talk about will also be in the description. See you next time.